Get down. Put your hands out in front of you. Put your hands out. Stay down. Just don't move. Don't move. Folks, clear out, please. Clear. Move. Hey, just a minute. Go ahead and go. Be careful with the sound. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Can I ask why I'm being detained? We'll get to that in a minute.
All right, peace and blessings, all praises to the Most High. And there you see what I'm calling, or what I would say is an act of terrorism, where Winterhaven, Florida Police Department hold a mother and a 3-year-old toddler at gunpoint. Now I'm going to play you another video which gives you a little bit more of that scene, but also I'm going to play you their police department's response to this. And what's sad about it is the police chief is a brother, a black man. But there you see the police roguely, Gestapo-like, coming in, holding that young mother and her daughter actually hostage. And there was no charges against the mother. There was no reason for them to even approach the situation like that concerning the backstory of the situation. So I'm going to play a news clip that shows you the backstory of the situation, as well as the police department's comical response to their actions.
Tonight, the Winterhaven police chief said the optics are pretty bad for his officers who followed policy in an incident that resulted in a 3-year-old girl laying face down on the ground with her hands behind her back.
News Channel 8's Polk County Bureau reporter Stacey De Silva joins us now live from outside the Winterhaven Police Department with the latest on this event that's shocking the community there.
Paola and Josh, people really can't help but be upset by what they see. Those people include community members, people online, and the police chief here in Winterhaven. That video shows a 3-year-old girl scared, laying next to her mom, and moments later asking officers not to kill them.
Down on the ground! Down on the ground! Right side! Get down! Put your hands out in front of you.
Body camera video shows a 3-year-old girl by her mother's side in a fraught moment with Winterhaven police officers.
Put your hand behind your back, honey.
The video shows the little girl put her hands behind her back, just like her mom. Unlike her mom, she does not get handcuffed.
I can't get past it. I can't get past it just like no one else can. You know, I'm sorry that that little girl had to go through that.
Police Chief Vance Monroe says the incident began earlier at Santiago's market. Godfrey Hercules and a store employee got into a fight. At this moment, the chief points out Hercules removed a gun from his pocket. After some back and forth, Hercules left with his girlfriend, Mariah Banks, and the 3-year-old girl. 911 is called.
We have a guy with a gun.
Chief Monroe says officers searched for their car in a heightened response because of the gun. They located the car at the American Legion, which is where the encounter between police, Banks, and the girl occurred. The chief says the moment officers saw the child, they pointed their guns to the ground.
Please don't kill us. No, we're not going to kill you.
News Channel 8 asked the chief why officers did not immediately tell the girl to stand up.
If we got her up, where are we going to take her? How are we going to secure her? That's why I said we need to get to her quickly.
The girl's mother, Mariah Banks, spoke to News Channel 8 Wednesday night.
My child is a loving, bubbly, excited, just outgoing child. She doesn't have that kind of fear in her heart. And for them to put that in her heart, somebody that's supposed to serve and protect her, that's absolutely absurd.
So both Banks and Hercules were released without being arrested when this all happened on Wednesday. But the chief says that a criminal complaint has been filed with the state's attorney's office against Hercules. Those charges are a fray, an improper display of a weapon. He also says that officers are reviewing all evidence to see if anyone else at the market brandished a weapon. Paula?
Yeah, and Stacey, I mean, you've said it, there's been a lot of reaction over this incident. This video has led to calls for action from the community. Does the chief say any changes will happen because of this?
Well, Paolo, the chief says that the policies were followed. He was pleased with how officers transitioned to caring for the child after Miss Banks was handcuffed. But he does say that everything is going to be reviewed to see if these incidents can be handled differently than what happened here.
The optics are bad. That's what the black police officer or the black police chief says, as his deputies were just following policy. So it is the policy anytime that you have a call of a black person with a gun, which is a Second Amendment right, to draw down on them, put them on the ground, not walk up to them and say, hey, let me see your hands. But, we do have a complaint of someone with a gun. Now, mind you, the girl and the mother wasn't the one who was with the gun. Her boyfriend had the gun. And you see clearly 3 or 4 white guys approaching him. And if you look closely when they're driving off, it looks like one of the white guys had a gun. And then they're going to talk about they're reviewing the evidence to see if anyone else brandished the gun. I don't know. Go back and watch that video and see if the white guy had a gun. But I find it unnecessary the way those police ran up on that mother and the girl. Now, mind you, if the mother would have made the slightest move, bent over to tie her shoe, reached over to adjust herself, adjust the belt buckle under her so it wasn't poking her side, and then those officers would have unloaded on the child and her mother. And the child actually mimics the mother, putting her hands behind her back. Like, she knows the police are bad people. You know why? Because afterwards, the little child can be heard on the video, please don't kill us. Please don't kill us, because evidently she's seen something, or she just feels the spirit of evil when these people who are told to protect and serve come up with that kind of energy with guns drawn off a complaint of a man with a gun. When did simply having a gun become a crime? And it looks like the man was brandishing the gun in protection of himself. And all of the police and all that police chief had to say was, well, I'm sorry. I can't get past it. Our officers acted in training. So police officers, what he's saying is police officers are trained to pull guns, to treat every situation of a black person with a possible gun as a potential deadly situation. That you need to come out guns blazing, guns drawn, get on the ground. Only thing you had to do was tell the mother, hey, excuse me, could you put your hands up, please? We have a call of someone with the gun. You're not, we just want to make sure that it's not, why do they have to come up with that type of energy? Which, gets people scared. It's terrorizing, man. It's terrorism. We are under attack. Terrorism. All because somebody, and I think it was a white person, said there's a guy with a gun. Now, they only showed you that part, but I'm pretty sure they was like, it's a big black guy and a black girl. And then they tried to sweeten it up, saying, well, after the police noticed it was a girl, they pointed their guns towards the ground. Why did you even have your guns out anyway? And we want to commend the officers, how they transition in caring for the girl after they frighten her and traumatize her to death. She's going to have to live with this for the rest of her life. Like, every time she sees a police officer, it's going to be a different point of view than when a little white little girl sees a police officer, she's able to run up and say, hey, mommy, there's the police. Hi, Mr. Police Officer. Can I see your shiny badge? This child is not going to have that recollection. When she sees the police, she's going to remember guns pointed at her and her mother being yelled at, told to get on the ground. And remember, no charges were brought upon, Mr. Hercules and the young lady. No charges were brought. So this is a situation that could have possibly ended in a complete tragedy because the police are just so wanton in their behavior. To have a mother and a 3-year-old girl just laying on the concrete, the mother asks, okay, well, look, am I being detained? And they're telling people to move like they're ready to shoot. When did it get this bad, man? When did it get this bad that the police, anytime they encounter a citizen with a possible problem, they're ready to shoot? This is occupation. This is not policing. This is this is occupation. This is terrorism, not policing. So fortunately for this situation, the young mother and the young girl survived. But what if it went different? Then we'd have had the whole other narrative where police acted, investigation. The police had to make a split-second decision. Life and death was in the balance and all of those crazy things. When the police could have just went up there and asked them, hey, excuse me, ma'am, could you put your hands up so I can see him? I just want to talk to you. You know what I mean? That's how policing should be done. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. 919-587-7782. Peace and blessings.